I hear a lot of people say, do this, do that, and don't wear this, don't wear that in the style community. It's the style rules, essentially. And while I totally believe that some rules should be kept for the sake of good taste, some can just totally be dropped. Right, Kitty?
Yeah, of course, Kitty. So, which style rules should you drop, and should you even listen to these guys who are talking about them in the first place? Well, I can't even tell you that, because it all depends on context. When we talk about the most important rules of style, generally, it's fabric, function, especially fit. They're put at the forefront as the most important. But really, they're not. It's context. Context envelops all those rules and puts them into consideration. What kind of fabric you use depends on the context. What's the function of the outfit depends on the context. Even the fit depends on the context. Context is everything, and that's why it's so important. But for some reason, especially in the sartorial world, guys give advice without stating the context in which it's for. They may know the rules, but they really don't understand the larger picture. And what is the larger picture? Well, aside from history, which dismantles many of these so-called rules, it's questions. What's the purpose? What's the occasion? What's the feeling I want to give? What's the vibe? What's the message? But I think this right here is going to stop all confusion, or hopefully most of it, and put things into perspective. Suits do not equal workwear. I think this is where most of the confusion lies and where the strict rules generally apply. People who give out these strict outlines for wearing suits, what shoes to wear with them, what colors to avoid, no peak lapels or shawl lapels, no jeans with a blazer, and so on, they're all doing so in the context of a conservative work environment and not the overall arching use of the suit. One star in an entire galaxy. Yes, some things, a lot of things, look a lot better and look good for an actual reason. But quite a lot of things as well only look bad because of preconceived notions you may have of the suit that you're not even aware of. Now you can't just go around saying,
don't wear a t-shirt and a blazer,
without telling us why.
it's not appropriate.
Is the usual retort. But in what context is it inappropriate?
Okay, fine. It just doesn't look good.
So what about this jacket and pairing it with this shirt makes it bad? It's not proportions, it's not the texture in this case, it's because you see a jacket with lapels and your mind immediately connects it to business, corporate, formality. Now, you don't personally have to like it, but that's very different than just blanketing the whole concept is bad taste. Now, if you're wearing a suit with Super 130 fabric or even a tuxedo and you pair that with like a One Punch Man t-shirt, yeah, that would probably be bad taste in most cases. But this, I don't see what's wrong with it. Oh yeah, and also jeans and a blazer, totally acceptable. I don't care what that guy at GQ says, it is. It all just depends on the type of jeans that you wear, paired with the type of blazer that you wear. Same with the occasion. If it's a night out at the pub with the boys versus a business meeting at the law firm you work at. See, that one's probably not such a good idea. See, these make and break the outfits, not just the pieces when you put them together and it's good or it's bad. There's so much more involved in it. It's the fabric, it's the fit, it's the occasion, it's everything.
You wearing the no sock look?
Yes, here we go again.
Yuck, that's gross. Wear socks.
I am. They are called no-shows.
Well, it's a trend, and all trends are bad.
Not all trends are bad. And Cary Grant wore these. It's been around since the 30s, so know your history. Get your facts straight.
Well, you should never show your ankles.
The Puritans are back in town? No, why? They're just ankles. I mean, what if I was wearing shorts? Would you get offended because you're seeing a lot of my legs? Ooh, my knees. I don't get it.
But it's not appropriate with a suit.
In what context, though? In a business setting, yeah, probably. It depends on the occasion. In a formal setting, yes, it's inappropriate. At a black tie event, I'd kick you out myself. But in a casual summer setting, no, it's probably not inappropriate at all. You see, context matters.
I think a lot of people forget, especially Americans, that the suit, blazers, sports coats, leather shoes, all of that, they don't have to be uniforms. They're clothes. And even in the case of workwear, it's extremely diverse depending on where you work.
Office wear is more casual now than ever before. And that's not because work has become more casual. It's just that society as a whole has become more casual. And you know what? That is why history matters. So the business suit really didn't come into being until the 1950s. Before that, people were wearing suits in work and outside of work, even in the field in some cases. But with the casualization of America starting in the 1950s, people started to wear suits more and more for formal occasions and less for casual everyday occasions. So in reality, before the 50s, people were wearing to work exactly what they wore after work. Everyday clothes. And we're finally seeing that happen again, except this time it's more casual. Too casual for my taste. People practically wear pajamas to work. Gosh, come on, man. Put some work into it. And so since society is casual inherently now, and you and I probably won't be able to have that much of an impact on it, show people at least that you can still be elegant and casual. Like, look at this. You can wear one of our CRAFTSMAN's Gurkha trousers and tuck it into a t-shirt. That's always an awesome look. I love that. Or, you know what? You can use one of our suede jackets, you know, and with a tie and a, like, chambray shirt. Oh, my gosh. I love that. You can totally wear that in an office. Casual, but still elegant. It may even just boil down to cultural philosophy. Like the British, they find style in working with the rules, whereas the Italians like to work outside them. Yeah, many of the suit rules, the dress-up rules, totally don't matter at all in the correct context. A wide peak lapelled, single-breasted, bold pattern sport coat is totally fine for a weekend look. Even some eye-catching brown and blue fringe loafers like these that gather a lot of attention with the right outfit in the right context can be totally fine, whether it's office appropriate or not. And by the way, you know, offices now are becoming more and more casual, so it's almost better to break the rules and look even more laid back to fit in with the office environment. And remember, just because something is okay doesn't mean that you have to wear it or even like it. It's something totally different entirely. And to be honest, a lot of dudes totally overthink it. Don't overthink it. It's not that big of a deal. These aren't deal breakers, all right? These tiny little details, 99% of people don't even notice or don't care. That's not to say that we shouldn't pay attention to the details. That's my favorite part about this. But don't worry about it if someone's not doing it perfectly. It's not terrible or anything like that. This should be fun, all right? And you know what? If you lay down too many rules, then you lose all individuality and it becomes a uniform. And that might be what you want, a uniform, but for some of us, we don't want that. And I know for me, 90% of the time, I don't want that either. Yeah, now, I'm not saying to, you know, break all style rules and go full-on avant-garde like some postmodern artists, you know, trying to be different by breaking social norms just so you can get attention, but instead just understand what you're doing and why. Rules broken never look good when they're broken out of ignorance. Stop thinking of the suit jacket, leather shoes, ties, pocket squares, or anything related to that and restricting it with your preconceived notions of workwear, and instead, look at it for what it is, a piece of clothing. So do what you want with it. I hear this rustling, and it is the most annoying thing. These microphones are the source of